Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns has received an apology from Stephanie McMahon for one huge reason. The former undisputed WWE Universal Champion was a guest on McMahon's What's Your Story podcast. During the interview, they recalled a segment where McMahon repeatedly slapped Reigns on Raw. The segment aired on December 14, 2015, and Reigns was legitimately injured, as McMahon busted his eardrum with the slaps. On X, FKA Twitter, McMahon apologized to Reigns for busting his eardrum during the segment. The former women's champion added that she was always taught to lay it in. "I'm so sorry I burst your eardrum at Roman Reigns. Always taught to lay it in. So it didn't look weak. Thank you for such a fun interview. Be sure to check out an all-new hashtag What's Your Story now. At EGXO at WWE at Fanatics," Stephanie wrote. Roman Reigns revealed the biggest key lessons he learned from Vince McMahon. Roman Reigns opened up about the two biggest key lessons he learned from Vince McMahon. During the same interview, the OTC once said that the former WWE chairman told him to be present for his family and stay ahead of the curve. Reigns said, "He would always tell me, and this is when I was so locked in at work that I wasn't holding up my end on the other side. And he would just tell me, you've got to be present. When you go home, you have to be present. It doesn't matter what you do out here. You have to be present." And I took that to heart so much. He'd always say, you want to be ahead of the curve, but not too far, and in just so many different ways, and especially in business, that has just rang true. Roman Reigns' next match in the WWE will be at the upcoming Clash in Paris Premium Live event. He will face Bronson Reed in a singles match. In the unpredictable and drama-filled world of WWE, moments outside the squared circle can sometimes feel just as impactful as the show itself. Recently, one of the most surprising developments came when Stephanie McMahon, a prominent figure in WWE history and a powerful member of the McMahon family, reportedly issued a direct apology to none other than Roman Reigns. For many fans, this revelation was both shocking and intriguing, as it raised questions about what prompted Stephanie to step forward and why Roman, a man who has carried the company on his shoulders, would be the recipient of such an apology. While the full scope of their interaction has not been televised, insiders close to WWE have pieced together the story behind this surprising gesture. And, as it turns out, the apology from Stephanie wasn't a hollow PR move. It had a huge reason behind it, one that ties deeply into WWE's history, its treatment of stars, and the legacy of Roman Reigns himself. A complicated history between Roman Reigns and the McMahon family. Roman Reigns' WWE journey has been marked by ups and downs, many of which have involved the influence of the McMahon family. When Reigns first began his singles career after the Shield disbanded, he was heavily promoted as WWE's next top star. Fans, however, pushed back, feeling his rise was being forced rather than organic. During this era, Stephanie McMahon was often featured on television as one of the primary authority figures. Her character was ruthless, manipulative, and constantly at odds with fan favorites. Roman Reigns, despite being marketed as the chosen one, often found himself pitted against the authority, symbolized by Stephanie and Triple H. This history made their recent real-world interaction all the more fascinating. For years, the relationship between Roman and the McMahons has been seen as both a blessing and a burden. Without their support, he may not have risen so quickly, but with it, he became a lightning rod for criticism from fans who didn't like how he was positioned. The turning point, Roman's battle with adversity. To understand why Stephanie McMahon apologized, it's important to revisit one of the most significant chapters in Roman Reigns' life, his public battle with leukemia. In 2018, Roman shocked the WWE Universe when he revealed that his leukemia had returned, forcing him to relinquish the Universal Championship and step away from the ring. The news sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling world. Fans who once booed him with passion rallied behind him with overwhelming support. Roman's real-life struggle humanized him, and his resilience transformed him into one of the most respected figures in the industry. For Stephanie McMahon, this moment was sobering. It highlighted the toll that WWE's relentless schedule and pressure could have on its performers. Many believe that her apology is rooted in the recognition that Roman was pushed to the limit during a time when his health may have required more care and compassion. Why Stephanie apologized? According to reports, Stephanie McMahon's apology to Roman Reigns stemmed from a combination of factors. 1. Past creative decisions. There has long been speculation that Roman's early struggles with fan acceptance were due to creative missteps. WWE insisted on presenting him as the ultimate babyface, often ignoring crowd reactions. This decision, many argue, put Roman in a difficult position, creating unnecessary hostility toward him. Stephanie's apology may have acknowledged that WWE could have done more to protect Roman from this negative backlash. 2. The burden of being the face of WWE. Roman was expected to carry the mantle previously held by stars like John Cena, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The expectations placed on him were immense, and at times, unfair. Stephanie reportedly admitted that WWE did not always support him in ways that respected both his career and personal well-being. 3. Family and legacy. The Anoa'i family, to which Roman belongs, has given WWE some of its greatest performers, including The Rock, Yokozuna, Rikishi, and the Usos. By apologizing, Stephanie also extended respect to the entire Anoa'i dynasty, acknowledging the sacrifices they have made for WWE's success. 4. A recognition of Roman's leadership. Since his return and reinvention as the tribal chief, Roman has become one of the greatest champions in modern WWE history. His character work, in-ring performances, and leadership have elevated WWE programming. Stephanie's apology could be seen as a way of admitting that the company did not fully recognize his brilliance early on. Roman's reported reaction. Roman Reigns is known for handling matters with quiet dignity, both on and off-screen. Sources suggest that he accepted Stephanie's apology gracefully, though he did not dwell on the past. Instead, Roman reportedly emphasized that what matters most to him is the present and the future, specifically, leaving behind a legacy that his family and fans can be proud of. This response is consistent with the Roman Reigns we see today, a performer who has embraced his role as a leader, a storyteller, and a dominant champion. Rather than carrying resentment, Roman appears focused on ensuring that the next generation of stars won't have to endure the same challenges he faced. Fan reactions to the news. As expected, the WWE Universe had strong opinions about Stephanie's apology. On social media, reactions ranged from supportive to skeptical. Some fans praised Stephanie for showing humility and acknowledging Roman's struggles. Others questioned whether the apology was sincere or simply a calculated move to generate goodwill for WWE. A portion of fans felt it was too little, too late, arguing that the damage caused during Roman's early years can never truly be undone. Regardless of where fans stood, the news sparked widespread discussion and put Roman Reigns back in the spotlight in a unique way. The bigger picture, WWE's evolving relationship with its stars. Stephanie McMahon's apology to Roman Reigns could also symbolize a larger shift in WWE's approach to its performers. Over the years, WWE has faced criticism for how it handles talent, especially when it comes to health, creative freedom, and overall treatment. In apologizing to Roman, Stephanie may be signaling that WWE is learning from past mistakes. Today's WWE appears more flexible in letting characters evolve naturally, as seen with Roman's heel turn and the success of the Bloodline storyline. Moreover, there's a greater emphasis on supporting performers through mental and physical challenges, something that may not have been prioritized enough in the past. Roman Reigns receiving an apology from Stephanie McMahon is more than just a headline, it's a moment that encapsulates years of history, struggle, and triumph. It speaks to the complicated relationship between performers and management in WWE, while also highlighting the resilience of a man who has become one of the most influential figures in wrestling history. For Roman, the apology may not change the past, but it reinforces his standing as a leader who commands respect both inside and outside the ring. For Stephanie, it represents a rare acknowledgement of WWE's missteps and a step toward building stronger bonds with the very performers who make the company thrive. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about an apology, it's about growth, recognition, and the ongoing evolution of WWE. And for fans, it's another reminder that behind the scripted rivalries and dramatic storylines, real people with real emotions shape the legacy of sports entertainment.